From the mid-90s up to the mid-2000s, the New Jersey Devils were one of the most dominant teams in the league. From 1995 to 2003, the Devils went to the playoffs in 8 of those 9 years, went to 4 Stanley Cup Finals, and won 3 cups. And while a large factor in their success was them having one of the greatest goalies of all time, they also had many other great players, like Hall of Famers Scott Niedermayer and Scott Stevens. But there's another player that I want to talk about today, a player that was a big part of the Devils franchise, as well as their 2000 and 2003 Cup runs. That player is Patrik Elias. Elias was drafted with the 51st overall pick in the 1994 draft and would make his NHL debut the year after the 1995 Cup run. After only playing 18 games in his first 2 years in the league, the 1998 season would be his first full season with the Devils. And in that season, he put up 18 goals, 19 assists for 37 points in 74 games and came 3rd in Calder voting. He would continue to build off of that in the seasons to come, with the 2000 season being the first year he was a point per game, 72 points in 72 games. And in the playoffs that year, he had 20 points in 23 games and helped the Devils become Stanley Cup champions once again. The following season would be his best in terms of point production. He played all 82 games and put up 96 points, which included his only 40-goal season. That season, he was a first-team All-Star and came 6th in Hart voting. He continued to be one of the top forwards for the team and also helped them win the Cup again in 2003. Even after that final Stanley Cup win, Elias would continue to have many productive seasons and would make another finals appearance in 2012 at the age of 35. And while he did put up 78 points in 81 games during the regular season, in the playoffs he would only put up 8 points in 24 games as the Devils lost in the finals to the LA Kings. Patrik Elias would retire after the 2016 season and in 2018 would have his jersey number retired by the New Jersey Devils. Alongside Martin Brodeur, Elias was the face of the Devils franchise. He would end his 20-year career with 408 career goals, 617 assists for 1,025 points in 1,240 games, all of which as a member of the New Jersey Devils. Patrik Elias holds the record for most goals, assists, and points in Devils franchise history, with over 300 more points than the next closest player. Elias has been eligible for the Hockey Hall of Fame since 2019, and now the question is, does he deserve to make it? Let's have a look at the resume. First, let's start with over 1,000 career points in the NHL. Elias is one of 93 players in NHL history to reach at least 1,000 career points. Out of those 93 players, 64 of them are members of the Hall of Fame, just a little under 70%. As for the other 29 players, 3 of them are currently ineligible for the Hall of Fame. Those players include Patrick Marleau and Ryan Getzlaf since they recently retired, and Jaromir Jagr who refuses to retire. Also among the players with over 1,000 career points and are not in the Hall of Fame, 8 of them are still currently active. Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, Joe Thornton, Patrick Kane, Evgeny Malkin, Anze Kopitar, Eric Stahl, and Nicholas Backstrom. This leaves Elias as one of 18 players who have over 1,000 career NHL points, are eligible to make the Hall of Fame, and have not done so yet. And while a majority of the players with 1,000 career points do make it to the Hall of Fame, points aren't everything. Just ask Bernie Nicholls, who in his 18-year NHL career put up 1,209 points in 1,127 games, and has no other accolades. No cups, no individual awards, no all-star teams, nothing except for 1,200 career points. But then again, there's Dino Ciccarelli, who also has 1,200 career points and no other NHL accolades and is in the Hall of Fame. At least Bernie Nicholls has a silver medal in the 1985 World Ice Hockey Championships. Ciccarelli has no international accolades either. Nicholls also has basically the same number of points, but in 100 less games played. So why Ciccarelli's in the Hall of Fame but not Bernie Nicholls, I don't know. And that's not to be disrespectful to Ciccarelli, but I feel like with that resume, Bernie Nicholls should also be in the Hall. Anyways, let's get back on track. This video is about Patrik Elias, not Bernie Nicholls. To go with his over 1,000 career points, Elias is a one-time first-team All-Star and a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. On top of that, he has a bronze medal at the Olympics and 2 bronze medals at the World Hockey Championship. When it comes to debates over if a player should make the Hall of Fame, it feels like most people forget that it's not called the NHL Hall of Fame, it's the Hockey Hall of Fame, meaning people often forget to talk about international awards. And while Elias does only have bronze medals, they still help to build his Hall of Fame resume. And also, bronze medals are infinitely more better than no medals. With all that being said, I still think it'll be a while before Elias makes it to the Hall of Fame. There are still many amazing players who are yet to make it to the Hall. Players such as Theo Fleury, Rod Brind'Amour, Chris Osgood, Alex McGillney, and so on. With players of that caliber still yet to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, it'll be quite a while until Patrik Elias gets his turn. But I believe that eventually, Patrik Elias will and should be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. To summarize, Patrik Elias in his 20-year career put up 1,025 points in 1,240 career games, which makes him the all-time leading scorer in Devils history. He also played a vital role in New Jersey's 2000 and 2003 Stanley Cup runs, as well as contributing to 2 other finals appearances. To add to that, he is a 1-time first-team All-Star and a 3-time bronze medalist. He is the only forward in Devils history to have his jersey number retired, essentially making him the best forward in franchise history. And while he may not have any other awards like a Hart Trophy, he has a resume that looks better than some people who are already in the Hall of Fame. And while there are more accomplished players that are yet to make it to the Hall of Fame, I have no doubt that one day Patrik Elias will be inducted. Let me know if you think Patrik Elias should be in the Hall of Fame. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.